Time has since moved on, but this neighbourhood was a cultural melting pot at the turn of the 20th century, where immigrants arrived to Buenos Aires and where one of the world's most famous dancers emerged. This is Caminito in La Boca. It's one of Buenos Aires' #1 tourist attractions, but this is the neighbourhood where tango was born. Many here are trying to cash in. A photo will set you back around $3, and Diego won't let you point a lens unless you're paying. Virginia and Sebastián work on the corner of Caminito. They have no fixed income. They depend on the amount of tourists, the weather and the competition. In total, there are 9 positions for dancers in La Boca.
Los que fueron llegando primeros es como que quedaron como titulares del espacio, incluso de la calle, que no es de nadie, pero quedan como dueños de la calle. Claro. Y a veces ni siquiera son bailarines, sino que son personas que llaman a bailarines para que vengamos nosotros y trabajemos para ellos. Okay. Entonces se trabaja con un porcentaje.
Virginia and Sebastián make just 25% each of earnings from photos that are $10 a go. The rest goes to those who organise the corner. They told us how they go through shoes on the cobbled streets, and with long shifts, they end days tired. But it is a way of life for them.
Me iba bien en el estudio y todo, pero no era feliz si no bailaba, entonces terminé dedicándome a bailar.
Mi abuela iba a las clases de tango y me preguntó si quería ir con ella, fui y acá estoy, después de 15 años haciendo lo mismo. Y es lo único que hace como que salga de la realidad, de la sociedad, lo único que hace que uno se sienta que respira, ¿no?
It is finding that connection with tango that Nelly Real came looking for. She's from Estonia. Nelly moved to Buenos Aires. She's now studying the dance and hopes to open a school back home.
I fall in love with tango when I danced with my friend, where I felt that there are no limits of my body, no limits, no walls, no ceiling. We were just flying.
Nelly says there's a side to tango that often eludes the outsider.
In Europe, we can technically dance perfectly, but it's our protection not to really feel. And here, it's more about feeling, to really share the feelings and emotions.
Tango tourism is now big business. Busking in La Boca is one way to make money, but so too is teaching classes. We've come to La Viruta. It's one of the #1 dance halls in Buenos Aires where many people come to learn tango. Right behind me, we've got a beginner's class. They're learning the very first and basic steps, and then at the back, there's a more advanced class. Running this class is Gabriel. He has worked here for the past 3 years, only recently opting to take 2 nights off a week and not work every single night.
Se dificulta al principio estos los códigos tan de acá, tan porteños. Y quizás también, también pues está un poco nuestra cultura, esta forma de que no nos cuesta tanto el tema de abrazarnos, de que haya tanta cercanía. A veces a la persona que viene de otro país todavía esto cuesta un poco de acercarse tanto, de llegar a esa conexión, ¿no? Por eso el tema del abrazo a veces se dificulta al principio.
I met Gabriel and his partner Romina later. Like the couple we spoke to in La Boca, they felt such a connection with tango, they want to make a living from it.
It's something very special. If you don't dance tango, you don't know what you could feel dancing. This is something, sometimes you cannot describe what you can feel dancing tango.
History, poesía.
The poetry. It's about tango, it's about us, it's about our history.
Gabriel and Romina hold classes at many different schools in and around Buenos Aires, but in order to make a living from tango, they also work as taxi dancers.
It came out of classes. When people give classes, everybody who goes there is a beginner.
Rachel has been running this business since 2007. Tourists can get personalised classes. Bueno. A ver, entonces, so how would the first, what would the first steps be then?
The first exercise is you touch your shoulders.
They promised it would be just like walking, but I soon discovered it was considerably harder.
From one feet to the other.
Este es un primer ejercicio para empezar a conocernos, empezar a conectarnos con el compañero. ¿Sí?
Gabriel explained about how the connection begins. It's subtle, short steps. Clearly, it would take some time to master. From the class, we then moved on to a traditional milonga. After just a single class, it's still probably a bit early for me to brave it out onto the dance floor, but at the same time it's fascinating to see these códigos, or the etiquette, in action. Taxi dances are not just about having a private teacher, but also for those who struggle to get a dance in the first place.
Tango in the Milonga. It's different than in a class when you see, you teach some steps.
To kind of protect everybody in the Milonga, this set of rules, this etiquette has grown up so that people don't misunderstand what is happening there. It's not that you're going to marry them or go for dinner with them or anything else, you're just dancing. When the music starts, everybody looks around to see who's available and see who they might like to dance with and who's looking at them. If you see somebody that you want to dance with and they're looking at you, you hold their eye contact.
He must invite me through cabeceo. It's called cabeceo, so he invites me like with eye blink or head nod, and if I want to dance, I accept, or if I don't, I just ignore.
As outsiders find, it's not always easy.
Well, I use glasses, but sometimes in Milonga I don't want to wear them. So a guy other side of the hall, dancing hall, is nodding the head. I stand up, and then I realize that he invited the girl behind me.
To the uninitiated, it's almost impossible to discern. It took us over an hour to see it in action. It's this subtlety that makes it difficult for foreigners and why taxi dancers have come about, so that if all else fails, tourists can get a dance. There are milongas in Buenos Aires all week long and all night long. Juan Lencini is one of the characters of the Buenos Aires scene. For 20 years he has organised milongas. He currently has 3 a week.
Porque aquí se quiebran todas las rutinas. Siempre hay una nueva alternativa y yo digo que es una de las tantas cosas que otorga el tango. Eso que yo siento como que aquí no hay ingleses, italianos, no. Aquí somos una sola bandera que se llama tango. O sea que cuando trasponen la puerta del baile que yo organizo, no existe bandera. Y tanto así que la gente se dio cuenta de eso y hace muchos años viene a eso, a unirse a esa bandera de tango.
In speaking to many people involved in tango, we found a fascinating and intriguing world. It'll take me quite some time before dancing at a milonga. In the meantime, tango continues to be a way of life for those trying to earn a living or those simply wanting a dance.
Originally, the tango was performed to the sounds of an accordion brought to Buenos Aires from Germany. The instrument, which was called the bandoneon, was known for being played in churches that lacked the money to purchase an organ.
Coming up, where in the world is Gaston?
And then all of a sudden, Gaston started traveling around, and we realized that that was important because he was taking Peru out to the world. He was taking the hopes and the culture outside, and that's such a huge part of his philosophy.
America's Now.